Prayer and worship in spirit and truth. Necessity and medicative effects. Part 9 of 12. Revelations of Jesus Christ from 1884 to 1950. The necessity of prayer. Thus saith the Lord. Watch and pray, I tell you again and again, though I do not wish for you to grow accustomed to this gracious advice, but for you to study and put it into practice. I tell you to pray, for he who does not pray surrenders himself to superfluous, materialistic, and occasionally absurd thoughts, with which he, albeit unknowingly, encourages and fosters fratricidal wars. But when you pray, your thoughts, like a radiant sword, destroy the veils of darkness and the snares of temptation, which hold many beings captive, even today. Prayer saturates the environment with spiritual strength and counteracts the forces of evil. Men have always been too preoccupied with the grandeur of the earth to consider the significance that prayer and spiritual contemplation of what is beyond this life have, which would have allowed them to discover the essence of their being. He who prays converses with the Father, and should he ask, he will receive instant replies. The ignorance of men concerning the spiritual is the consequence of lack of prayer. You are approaching a time in which you will come to understand how to grant your spirit what rightfully belongs to it, and to grant the world what it is due. It will be a time of true prayer, of divine worship devoid of fanaticism. You will pray before each and every undertaking, and you will know how to watch over what has been entrusted to you. How could man make a mistake, should he, instead of doing his own will, first inquire of the Father in prayer? He who prays lives in contact with God, knows the value of the blessings he receives from the Father, and also understands the meaning and purpose of the trials he lives through. The medicative effects of a life of prayer. Throughout all times, I have told you to pray. Today, I tell you to acquire wisdom through prayer. If all men prayed, they would never deviate from the path of light I trace for them. Through prayer, the sick recover, the non-believers cease to exist, and peace once again returns to the spirits. How could man be happy if he has rejected my grace? Does he believe that love, compassion, and meekness are not attributes of human life? Know that the word devoid of love possesses neither life nor power. You ask me how you can begin to love, and what you must do for this sentiment to awaken within your heart. And I tell you, to start, you must pray properly. Prayer will bring you closer to the Master, and that very Master am I. In prayer, you will find consolation, inspiration, and strength. It will grant you the delightful satisfaction of intimately conversing with God, without witnesses or mediators. God and your spirit are united in that sweet moment of familiarity, spiritual communication, and blessings. Whenever you are in need of a confidant and a good friend, seek me out and leave with me the sorrows of your heart. I will show you the path to victory, the solution you seek. Should your spirit be oppressed by sorrows, it is thus because you have sinned. I will receive you, and I will be benevolent in my judgment. I will strengthen your resolution to reform, and return to you your lost strength. Only by complying with my teachings will you and your spiritual and physical health be preserved in grace. The experience you acquire will be light accumulating in your spirit. The spirit that knows how to be vigilant will never depart from the path traced for him by his Lord, and he is able to employ his heritage and gifts until he has achieved his elevation. This being shall progress in its trials, for it lives vigilantly and never allows itself to be dominated by what is material. He who watches and prays shall always emerge triumphant from the trials set before him, and he will know to walk the path of life with firm steps. Oh, how different is the behavior of one who forgets to watch and pray. Of his own volition, he refuses to defend himself with the best weapons I have equipped man with: faith, love, and the light of wisdom. It is him who does not hear the inner voice speaking to him through his intuition, his conscience, and his dreams. His own heart and mind fail to understand that language, giving no credence to the message delivered by his own spirit. Prayer is the means revealed to your spirit with which you may reach me, to bring before me your questions, your uncertainties, and your yearning for light. Through this communication, you may dissipate your doubts and tear apart the veil hiding mysteries. Prayer is the beginning of spirit-to-spirit communication, which will flourish in times to come, bearing much fruit among mankind. Today, I have revealed all this to the people who listen to me, so they may be the forerunners of the era of spiritualization.